Teacher, and war.
Shoot. Okay, those are good reasons to answer. Hello, everyone. Once more, welcome to our Thursday night live show. We have extraordinaire percussionist John Scalici to my left, and trumpet legend Rob Alley to my right. And they're gonna bring some great music for you guys tonight. Some world music inspired by some jazz improv. If you've never heard of these guys, then you're in for a big treat. So be ready to embark on a journey of some extraordinary rhythm creativity with jazz and some funk inspired by world music. So much appreciation to the city of Columbiana, because without, obviously, the city wouldn't be here. And also, we'd like to appreciate Mr. Corley Ellis, State Representative Corley Ellis, for sponsoring the show. And also, we'd like to thank Video Visions for making this quality video production, along with George Dudley as well. We'd like to, we appreciate you all for joining us, and we'd like to ask you guys to take a look at your screen. There's a virtual tip jar in the description if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure that you chime in there and just kind of visit the tip jar and support the fellow musicians, because tonight we're going to have, it's going to be split. So the Shelby County Arts Council and the duo will be splitting the tip jar. So please give, and give. Ain't that right, John?
That is right.
All right. So before I cut you guys loose, we like to also appreciate much thanks to the past sponsors and even the upcoming sponsors. And for any questions about sponsorships, please contact me. I'll be in the chat room on YouTube and even Facebook. So you can ask me any questions that you have regarding that. Please, 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 because these shows definitely need sponsors. Because we all know that money, right? Don't kill him yet, John.
Sorry,
it's coming up. It's coming up.
Sorry,
So let us know how we can assist you guys during the live stream. The Shelby County Arts Council staff will be in there with you as well to accommodate you guys. So make sure that you tune in, tell a friend, bring a family member along, and let's have a good time. So without further ado, let's welcome the John Scalici duo.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you being with us. We're going to just kind of open up with something a little bit free form. Just to kind of set the tone.
we say things are groovy or in the groove.
Yes.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thanks. Hope that sounds okay.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
You good? Rob, you good?
I'm good.
I'm good too. Okay, we're going to keep going. We'll talk in a minute. Yeah.
You think I'm holding back? You gotta know the truth, because the truth will set you free.
Woo!
All right.
Yes, sir.
The virtual applause is deafening.
I know it. It's crazy.
Deafening.
Okay, hopefully you guys are with us out there. Hope you are. You need to know that, first of all, there's a virtual tip bucket.
Please visit the virtual tip jar.
Everyone has been hit pretty hard by all this stuff, so especially live musicians and live music. And we hope we bring some pleasure and enjoyment to your evening. If you have questions about what's going on up here, you can get in the chat and ask a question. We love to answer questions.
We love questions.
Yeah, we love questions
Love
about
questions.
what's going on, how is this working, and I won't be able to go into too much detail, but you know, it's an interesting way to make music. And for those of you that might not know my background, I started out as a drum set drummer. I was a blues musician for years. I played almost 7 nights a week on Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee, and it was a very exciting time. As you can imagine, the bar life and the touring life can run its course, and I fell in love with the djembe, and I also wanted to have some open-ended creativity options to me, like ethnic instruments, things like that, vocal samples from people who I've had interactions with, people I meet on the street, visual artists and things. So I wanted to have a way to mix all those things together. And then, you know, Rob Alley and I met several years ago, and we were like, well, why don't we just try to do something together? And that's kind of how it happened, you know? Yeah. So there's a lot of different things going on here. We're just going to keep on rolling. And if you have a question or a comment, get in the chat and send it to us.
I have a comment.
Who's that?
Nick Saban is not the only person in the world that thinks about process. So like this is a fun thing to do, not just here tonight for you and virtually you, but like for us to get together and have a good time. So answering questions about how this all began and how we worked all this out, the part of the process, is a lot of fun for us. So if you're curious at all, feel free to ask. Specific or general questions makes no difference. So yeah, we love each other and love doing this. So we're glad you're around.
Absolutely. Here we go.
That's no slight to Nick Saban.
I'm going to leave that one right there.
As if he cares what we think.
All right.
I drove past this out the other day. He waved at me.
Nick Saban waved at you?
No, I'm making that up.
Oh, man. What a bummer. My son would be so happy to hear that if it weren't a lie.
What are you doing in the neighborhood, man?
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. All right.
Yes, sir. Man.
Hey, do we have any questions yet?
Well, can I start with one question, sir? Cause I knew you were expecting that.
That means no. No one's chatting us up.
Let me look.
That's okay.
We
My
might have
family's
some.
my family's probably asleep by now. It's fine. No, it's good. Everybody's, they're at dinner.
Do you know what John
It's fine.
Powers? Do you know what John Powers? Someone said,
John
love
Powers.
this one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You
Yes.
got John Powers on here.
John Powers is my mentor. He's my buddy.
He said,
John Powers taught me how to paint. He taught me how to juggle. Yeah. I brought my juggling balls tonight. But, well, they're in the car, but just when you need your juggling balls. What does John Powers say?
He said Ray Manzarek would love this. Maybe Maybe some reference to the Doors, I guess.
Steve Daniels' comment.
Oh,
Steve Daniels.
another mentor.
Well, that was cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that,
Good observation.
All right.
it was. Hey, John, real quick before you proceed, what inspired that? Because that took me back home, man. And you already, yeah, and you already know it did.
Okay, well, I fell in love with African music, specifically West African music, about 20 years ago. I had 3 trips booked to Guinea, West Africa, and all 3 of them were canceled. Yeah. My dream is to one day go and visit Guinea and visit the homeland of some of my mentors and my teachers, Mamadi Keita, Famadou Konate. So I just fell in love with African music, West African music, and specifically. And like I said,
Yeah.
you can't go find an African choir to come and sing with you on a regular basis.
That's true.
So I had to find a way to make that happen, and through the magic of technology and sample libraries and things like that, and field recordings. I'm a big fan of field recordings, things like that. We're able to load this stuff up,
Right, yeah.
and infuse it into the composition.
That's so cool, man. Hey, we also have another question here by Steve Daniels.
Okie
It
doke.
says, how did you and Rob get together musically?
Wow. Why don't you take that?
Does he mean how we met or how we got this together?
Sounds like the latter to me.
How we got this
It
together?
sounds like a ladder, yeah.
This actually
That's fine.
started with John playing drum set and running electronics at the same time.
That's right.
Okay.
And so then that pared down to more just drum set and then a little bit of less of this because this is difficult to run. We were playing all sorts of outdoor gigs.
Yeah.
Right.
Playing the Darter Fest and things like that. And it was really hard for him to see
Terrible.
because the sun would be shining right on the screen or whatever. And, it's difficult to run all this stuff all the time and make everything work just
Yeah.
right.
You're looking at this.
Because it's kind of buggy, some of these things sometimes. So
This is my keyboard. This is my keyboard. This is all my instruments.
Okay.
And my sampling pad, my record button. It's everything. So it's very tough to make all this happen when you're actually also playing
Yeah.
a drum set.
Yeah.
So then it turned into a little bit more of just drum set and trumpet. And I sometimes bring electronics with me, so I play.
Yeah, my bad.
I play through. John likes to interrupt me, but that's okay. I play through
Not on
guitar
purpose.
pedals, like delay pedals
Yeah.
and some effects and stuff like that. So that facilitates a little bit more of a duo thing where he can play drum set and then I can
Yeah.
use the electronics to fill out the sound. But then really, once John started getting more into the electronics and eliminating some of the drum set stuff, he just decided he wanted to just go straight to the hand drums and the electronics. So at that point,
That's cool.
I mean, I can use the electronics, but I don't really need it. So it's just a supplement when it's nice. And I don't know what the situation would be like here.
Yeah.
That was going to be really loud in this room with me and John because it involves a guitar amp. So I'm kind of tangentially getting to the question. This has been a natural progression of this relationship. It started out really kind of John mentoring me in the kind of
That's a big word.
no, but I mean, I ask you for advice
Legend.
about your business,
Yeah.
and I have a business that's similar to this, and so we were discussing that, and he was giving me tips and stuff, and then it just turned into a really great friendship that then turned into a musical relationship. But as the best musical relationships are, they're always better friendships, at least for me.
That's
the
good.
truth. That's the truth.
So and then we hang. We love to hang, we love to go and listen to music and, I mean, it's kind of been all those things. And then we just rely on one another and trust each other and love playing together. And
That's the main part, is to trust each other. The fact that he actually likes to play with me is pretty cool.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
So-
I don't take it lightly.
no, but I mean, I think it's important to understand I mean, perhaps it's important or interesting, at least for you to understand that, like, all of these things are John's creation. So I'm just improvising along with what John's created. He sent them to me, and I practiced along with him, so I understand what's happening and develop my own sense of what to do. But I mean, all the samples, all the bass lines, all the keyboard stuff that's pre-programmed, that's all John's composition. So it's like compositions by John Scalici and improvisations by Rob Alley.
That is so cool.
That's because I can't play live all these instruments.
Oh, good grief.
So
That'd be a lot to do at once.
right, you know, like some people can write a novel, but they can't type, and so they hunt and they peck, and so it's nobody's business how the novel gets written. It's about the end, you know.
It's been cool though.
Yeah, so I can go and hide for several hours and try to hammer out some type of bass line.
Yeah.
And, you know, stuff like that. So.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
man, that is so
All right.
cool. Pam Belrose is shouting you out.
How's it
And
going?
then- I'm sure. And then there's also another question by Jamal, I don't know if I've said the
Jamal
name
Barnes, too
Jamal
tall Jamal.
right.
What's going on, man?
He says, is this program being recorded? I would love this work with a... Okay, so that's a question for us. That's my fault. But the answer to that would be yes.
Yes. So you're not interested in any of my music, Jamal. You just want to figure out how you can come and perform on this stage? Is that what it is? I can say that
Hey
because
man,
he's my buddy.
We have a CD too, so you know, if you're interested in the music, like we actually have a compact disc. Does anybody buy compact discs anymore?
It's minimal.
Man,
It's
you got
minimal.
to get an external drive to get that thing on your computer.
We
anymore.
do. That's right. Okay,
This
so I got to go
microphone
back
sounds
to
really-
Jamal real quick. So Jamal is on faculty at Alabama School of Fine Arts. He's one of the most beautiful, elegant dancers and creative people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and performing with. That's another thing I do sometimes is perform music with live
Sweet, man.
dancers and stuff. So Jamal, seriously, you need to be here at some point on this stage.
That's so cool.
Whether it's with me or not, but that's so glad to have a shout out from him. Let's play some music, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. So this, I'm going to tell you, this piece right here features a friend of mine. His name is Sharif Simmons. I'm a big fan of Sharif. He was a staple on the Birmingham music scene for a long time. And he's since moved away, but we collaborated for a little bit. And he ended up writing some beautiful poetry, some nice lyrics. And what I love about this method is that I can go and grab those lyrics and I can drop them into a whole totally different piece, which is what you're going to hear now. Sharif he's a poet. He's a wonderful, activist in the community. And wherever he is, there's a lot of energy. So I'm going to send this out to him. Okay? Sharif, hope you like it, man. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Thank you. So we lost Sharif. He didn't show up on that one.
He moved out of town.
Yeah, he's sorry about
Right.
that.
You did say he moved.
So let's see.
Not much energy from Sharif tonight.
That's right. Sorry, buddy.
He is on the album, though.
He is on the album. Yeah,
It was so cool when he does it.
it is. It is. And you know, that's another thing that happens. You know, when you don't have real people, you know, stuff happens and you got to cover. Like, you know, 30 years ago, I'm playing my drum set. If I break a stick, I throw the stick and pick up another one, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
I can relate to that.
this is
for sure.
different. It's different, and this is taking painstaking amounts of time, you know, to just learn how to cover on the fly. It's not like just picking up another stick now.
Yeah.
You gotta cover. You gotta make it sound good. So I'm mixing the music on the fly, too. You know, which is kind of an extra challenge. So if you're up for it, we'll do a couple more.
Hey.
Is that cool?
Hey, that's cool. Douglas Cooper.
Doug Cooper.
Yeah, he shout outs from Douglas.
Oh,
he says
man,
that
thank
Nancy
you.
and I are listening and grooving to the sound. So
All right.
so there we go.
I love it. So most of these guys are my dear friends who would just take a bullet for me. And they're my students. They're my djembe students that I've cultivated over the past 20 years. And they show up at drum circles. And, you know, what started out as a basic friendship, you know, student-teacher relationship has grown into this big family. You know, kind of like you guys are here at the Shelby County Arts Council. You know, it starts with a seed of an idea, and then over time, everybody becomes family, and it's much more than this.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that brought it together, right? So that's the power of the drum, the power of music.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah. All right.
Are you doing physical distancing, djembe?
Am I doing physical distancing?
Classes?
Yeah, well, yeah, the next djembe class is going to start September the 9th, and it's only limited to 15 students. Bruce and I have talked about doing something here on down the line as people get more interested in hand drumming and things like that. But my classes take place over in Homewood at the Dance Foundation. So they'll be limited to 15. Sometimes we have 20 to 25 students, but it's limited so we can have, you know, about 6 feet between students. And then I'm at the front of the, you know, the studio teaching, and which is really hard to do when you're wearing a mask. It's pretty hard, and playing, you know, it's pretty hard. But,
John, there's a rumor that you're going to do a drum circle during Liberty Day here in Columbiana toward the end of July. Did you know that?
Man, Bruce, I did know that. I did that, and the date is July 25th.
Right on, man.
Okay.
Drum circle comes to Columbiana, Alabama.
Right. That's right. So people think of different things when they hear the word drum circle. They think, number one, that they have to have rhythm. Number two, they have to be a member of some type of club. You say cult? Club. Well, it could be. Yeah, it could be cult.
I misheard you. I'm sorry.
I like to say community drum jam. But drum circle is good too. So you don't have to know a dang thing about what you're doing. Just follow along, open this, close this, and open this, meaning your mind. Follow the beat, and I'll help you be creative. It's simple as that. We won't go any farther than that. It's about your rhythmical spirit. It's not about your expertise.
Right on, bro.
That's an excuse. It's an excuse because somebody in your elementary music class told you that you had no rhythm.
You actually can't escape rhythm. So
No.
those people that think that they don't have any rhythm are just not paying attention to their heartbeat, because your heart is beating in tempo. So
There you go.
if your limbs don't cooperate, that doesn't mean you don't have beat.
That's correct.
Good facts.
No rhythm, no life. Right?
That's it.
All right. Okay. So
Enough with the philosophy.
that's it.
Get on with the music.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So we're gonna do.
You got a lot of tunes here, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the B. Back to the pan drum. This is for those of you who don't know, this is not a steel drum. This is a pan drum. It comes from the pan drum family. It's called a Rav Vast. It's tuned to B.
Correct.
I often don't know what key I'm playing in. It's the family of pan drums. It's just a hugely popular instrument nowadays for yoga classes, meditation, things like that. So we're going to try to incorporate this with some stuff that we did on the computer. We'll see what happens.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
thank you. Thanks for listening. We're going to do one more tune, and then we'll call it. Did we have any more questions come in?
Not that we have a lot of comments, but I don't see.
Oh, we got comments,
questions.
but
Yeah.
not questions. Okay.
Yeah, people are digging it. We have here on Facebook, Mike Lawley is saying good stuff. We have, let's see, Pam Belrose is out here. Steve Daniels is out here.
Right on.
Everybody's just enjoying it, man. So
Good. We're enjoying it too.
No questions about how to access the tip jar? I thought that would be a very popular question. Very popular question. How do we get to the tip jar?
you know that's a good point.
Well,
To
thank
get
you.
to the tip jar,
How do
make
you do
sure
that?
you go to the description in the Facebook or YouTube channel, and the tip jar link is right there. You just simply click, and go.
Nice.
It's like magic. It takes you straight there,
It's magic.
just like that.
And you know, we make jokes about it and stuff, but when somebody takes the time to do that, and I've had friends and acquaintances and strangers who have taken the time to put some money in the virtual tip jar. It's it's a very humbling feeling, because the last thing that we want to do is stand up here and ask for tips. I've never done that in my life, and to have somebody reach out and offer something is much appreciated, and it's very humbling, and it's not taken lightly. So just want to let you know that.
Amen.
And in all seriousness, like, we're both up here, and I know the Arts Council here also is very much about community. So this is all about all of us, you know. I mean, we got to stick together, right?
Yeah,
we do.
Because this is it's a pandemic. See, there's a pun there, John. Playing a pan drum.
Pan.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got it now.
If only I had a drum set, I could go
I got it.
I'm a dad, so I can make that joke.
How about that delay, y'all? Let's get that off of there. Okay. What are we doing? This is a tune that I wrote. It's a fun little thing in honor of Willie King, wonderful blues musician who spent a good amount of his life in Tuscaloosa. One of the very last living blues legends that not a lot of people knew about until it was kind of his turn. So there's some vocal samples in here from him. I think he has, I like to play samples from people that have a good message, because I'm not really a singer and I can't really sing that message. And if there's somebody that can say it in a vocal sample, then I'm going to put it in there. So it's just kind of an homage to him. And also my friend Mark Harris played guitar on this. This is also on our CD, Scalici Alley Project, which you can find on iTunes, Spotify, just about everywhere, I think, Amazon. And Mark Harris did a great job. And so I chopped all of his guitar parts up. That's another thing I love doing. It's just chopping it up and using bits and pieces of it. So that's what you're going to hear now. All right, here we go. It's our last tune, so thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to go and read these comments. All right, are we ready?
We ready.
All right.
We thank you all. Thank you, John.
I just feel so good. We're trying to spread universal love. Loving each other, seeing after each other. The blues have helped heal the world. I just feel so good. 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 We're trying to spread universal love. feels so good. We're trying to spread universal love, love, love.
Yes. Woo! Man, gentlemen, that was fire. As I like to say, that was fire, y'all. That was so amazing. Yeah. I know, right?
I couldn't use that, and my son would say, no, that's, you
He'd
can't
say
say
no?
that. No.
Man,
You can't say wicked or fire.
none of that.
Or, sick.
I mean,
Who thought that meant good?
hey, if you do stuff like this, you can say fire any day on me. I don't care what he says. So, guys, thank y'all for doing this again. The city of Columbiana, thank y'all for having us in your city. We like to extend our appreciation to the viewers. Please visit the tip jar. It's still going to be active after this live stream is over. So try to give as much as you can to support the Shelby County Arts Council and John Scalici. And with that said, I'd like to just say that next week we will be streaming, aka hosting a watch party of the best of selection of songs from each of the previous shows. So don't miss. We're gonna have a good time next week as well here in Columbiana. So if you guys are in the area, we'll also have something going on outside. We'll be having the Fountain. That's correct. The Fountain premiere is what it's what we're doing. That is correct. The Fountain premiere outside of the Shelby County Arts Council. So don't miss. So with that said, thank you guys for joining us. Much appreciation to you all for being here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks. Peace. All right. That's a wrap. Thank you, man.
Who are you guys, man? Who are you?
Just some guys that